the lies. You know, I started out when I got the divorce with so many lies. Me and my mama were stealing money and all types of stuff. So now I'm kind of numb to it. It's unfortunate. I hate it for my husband, though.
Shaunie O'Neal, the queen of basketball wives and savvy business mogul, has finally dropped a bombshell that has the entire world buzzing. After months of rumours and whispers, Shaunie has confirmed her divorce from Pastor Keion Henderson, and the internet has lost its mind.
I've learned this. One of the things that causes a woman to lock the keys to her heart, and I know infidelity will do it.
This wasn't just a normal breakup. No, this one has layers. There are secrets, scandals, and some seriously shocking truths about their once perfect marriage that Shaunie is now revealing. You know, for a couple that looked like they had it all together, the fame, the faith, the fortune, things were never as perfect as they seemed. And now we're getting the inside scoop on everything that went down.
I protected my space. Yeah. I shared what I wanted to share specifically. I grew up in a house where my mother was like, what goes on in our house stays in this house.
Stay tuned, because this is about to get wild, and we're diving deep into Shaunie's journey, Keion's secrets, and the real reason behind this shocking divorce. For those who've been following Shaunie and Pastor Keion, you already know their relationship was a Hollywood dream. They were the power couple everyone admired. Shaunie with her sharp business mind, Keion with his rising status as a spiritual leader. Together, they were the ultimate duo. They even had the perfect love story. Both successful, both strong in their faith, and constantly posting cute couple moments on social media. Their marriage became a symbol of what many thought was the perfect blend of love and business.
You know, he supports me in a relationship. I support him. We have a great, co-parenting relationship.
But let's be real, folks. What happens behind closed doors doesn't always match the Instagram highlights. Shaunie and Keion's relationship seemed perfect on the surface, but we started seeing cracks under all that perfection. Shaunie's recent posts became a little more somber, her usual fiery social media energy dimming a bit. Fans were starting to ask, what's going on with Shaunie and Keion? And no one was really ready for the truth that was about to come out.
Yeah, I think, yes, you do, but at the same time, you do think, okay, we're getting married, we're having kids, we're a family. Things are gonna change.
It's been said that sometimes the quieter things get, the more trouble is brewing. And when it comes to Shaunie, who has always been outspoken about her life and love, her silence started raising some eyebrows. For months, the couple's public appearances became less frequent, and Shaunie's social media started reflecting a much more reflective tone. Gone were the playful, romantic posts with Keion, replaced by more cryptic messages about personal growth and healing. Fans who had once followed their relationship with eager excitement now found themselves questioning what was really happening behind the scenes.
So that's literally how I lived my life. Even in my book now, writing about it, I was not comfortable telling my story because my story involves my mom, my story involves my dad, my story involves my ex-husband.
Then, just when the speculation reached its peak, Shaunie finally broke the silence and confirmed the shocking news that had been hanging over their marriage. Her announcement sent shockwaves through the media, leaving everyone stunned. The power couple of Shaunie and Keion was officially over. But how did it all fall apart?
Because that's another thing that it's just like, I feel bad because I came with this, like you said, TMZ, we did go to lunch one time.
In her announcement, Shaunie did not mince words. She confirmed the divorce, acknowledging that despite the love they had for each other, life's pressures and personal differences had taken their toll. Love alone isn't always enough, she said in her post. Those words hit hard, and you could tell. This wasn't an easy decision for Shaunie. She made it clear that while the two had tried to make it work, their individual visions for the future were no longer aligned, and it was time to part ways.
Yes, sir. I know that not feeling safe will do it.
Yes, sir.
I know that her not being able to trust you will do it.
Now, let's be real. Divorce isn't a small thing. especially when it's so public. For someone like Shaunie, who's always been an open book when it comes to her career, it had to be hard to share such a personal moment with the world. But Shaunie isn't just a TV personality. She's a businesswoman who knows when to take control of her own narrative.
And that's probably a complete delusional thought process. Right. But you do think that, or you have those hopes and like, you know what, this will all stop, it'll all go away.
Shaunie didn't go into deep detail about the why behind the divorce, but she did touch on the pressures of their very public relationship. Keion's role as a pastor, with all the responsibilities and scrutiny that come with that position, seemed to play a role in their struggles. According to Shaunie, the demands of their careers, especially Keion's, became too much for the marriage to bear. They had to navigate balancing professional lives with personal ones, and apparently it just wasn't working anymore.
Take you around to the celebrity homes. We were eating somewhere and they drove by and he was like, you know, they stopped and they taking the pictures. He was like, this is my life. And I'm like, no, kind of.
But it wasn't just about careers. Shaunie also acknowledged that their personal differences had become irreconcilable. It's clear now that what was once a perfect marriage in the public eye had been going through some serious turbulence for a while. Fans who had seen them as a power couple were left reeling, and many were left asking themselves the same question: what really happened behind closed doors? Shaunie's words may have been composed, but the pain and disappointment in them were hard to ignore. This wasn't just a divorce. It was the end of something that so many people had admired.
And it's not their decision to write a book, right? It was mine. So it was like I was shielding everything to protect everybody.
As expected, the public's reaction was swift. Fans flooded Shaunie's social media with supportive messages, praising her for her strength and dignity in such a difficult time. Many expressed admiration for how she handled this personal blow with grace, saying, "You are so strong, Shaunie. Wishing you peace and healing." These messages were a testament to Shaunie's loyal fan base, who have followed her through thick and thin. People wanted her to prioritize her happiness, and they were rooting for her as she moved forward.
Yeah, I think we both support each other. Like, I used to tease him and be like, could you please hurry up and get a wife? And then you could stop, randomly FaceTiming me and talking about your day.
But as always, not everyone had Shaunie's back. Some fans couldn't help but question her decision to make this public. "This should have been handled privately, Shaunie. Why air out your business for the world to see?" one commenter wrote. Others suggested that Shaunie might be using this as fodder for the next season of Basketball Wives, or another reality TV gig. After all, drama sells, right? The speculation didn't stop there, as people began questioning if the timing of her announcement was strategically planned for maximum attention.
Yeah, I mean, along with, I think Keion helps me, he motivates me to just be a better person every day, make better decisions, show a lot more grace.
While Shaunie took to social media to express her emotions and confirm the divorce, Keion remained reserved. In contrast to Shaunie's openness, Keion chose to take a more dignified route. He didn't immediately address the divorce in detail. Sources close to him confirmed that he too was heartbroken by the split, but he emphasized that the decision to part ways was mutual.
You say one thing and do another thing, all of those things do, but I think that one of the biggest doors to a woman's heart.
In a brief statement, Keion made it clear that he would always have respect and love for Shaunie, despite the end of their marriage. He also requested privacy as they both went through this difficult time. He continued to focus on his ministry, staying true to his calling while navigating the fallout from the divorce.
That has the most complicated lock, of which only a single key can open. She is very, very apt.
But Keion's silence didn't help the media narrative. Fans couldn't stop speculating. Why wasn't he speaking out? What was he hiding? Did his position as a pastor play a role in the dissolution of their marriage? The longer Keion remained quiet, the more rumours swirled. Shaunie had come forward with her side of the story, but Keion's silence left room for everyone to fill in the gaps.
Yes, and I'm so sorry. So that's all I can say, but it's like, I feel horrible.
Post-divorce, Shaunie isn't just sitting back and moping. The woman is a force, and she's already focusing on herself. As a businesswoman, she's still out there running her empire. And let's not forget, she's been a key part of Basketball Wives for years. Her commitment to her career and her entrepreneurial ventures shows just how much of a boss she truly is. She's not letting a divorce slow her down.
Just be intentional about what I do, how I function. We have a routine.
You're starting a new podcast together.
Yes, we are.
Shaunie has been vocal about self-care and prioritizing her well-being. And honestly, who could blame her? The emotional toll of the divorce is real, but Shaunie's pushing through it with the same strength that made her a TV star and business mogul. She's focusing on healing, and from the looks of it, she's determined to come out of this even stronger than before.
Like, I remember, if y'all do get my Audible and my voice sounds monotone, is because I was in a sunken place that day because of that man getting online and saying that about me, because all I was thinking about was my husband.
As for Keion, while Shaunie's been all over the media, Keion has kept his focus on his ministry and faith. But even as he continues to lead his church, the question remains, how will his personal life affect his public persona? Will this divorce change how people see him as a spiritual leader? Fans have been wondering, and Keion is no stranger to public scrutiny, given his high-profile position as a pastor.
Hey, like, I'm not, like, get a girlfriend or something. I don't know. So
Dang, Shaunie!
We kind of teased each other in that way.
Still, he's been taking the high road, keeping things low-key and focused on his spiritual duties. It's clear that he's heartbroken over the end of the marriage, but he's not letting that interfere with his role as a leader. Whether this divorce will have long-term effects on his ministry remains to be seen, but one thing's for sure. Keion's got some serious decisions to make moving forward.
And he knew it was a lie, but it's just all the people that like to believe that type of stuff that call him. So he's like, babe, my phone is blowing up.
So, what do you think? Is Shaunie O'Neal making the right decision by walking away from Keion? Or is there still a chance for them to work things out? Will Keion ever speak up and share his side of the story? Or is he just going to let the rumours keep flying? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because we want to know what you think.
As a pastor, I know the difference between disturbance and worship. And what people have to understand is that every time you hear a noise in church, it isn't worship.
Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Celeb Titbits so you don't miss any of the latest gossip. We've got more coming your way, and you won't want to miss it. Stay tuned, because the drama's far from over.